From Dallas, Texas, welcome to Poker House Live, where this Wednesday evening we are streaming Wednesdays, Katie's $100 buy and 3K guarantee. In just a few seconds, we will begin the final table. 86 players total, 9 left remaining. Players action. Picking up action, hand 1 of the final table. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for joining in this late Wednesday evening, 10:30. Actually, it's 11 p.m. So thank you again for joining us here at the final table. Prize pool posted. First place going away with nearly $2,100. These are your final 9. Martin in the cutoff with ace deuce suited, all in. Andrew in the big blind going to call off the rest of his stack with king 10 suited. Bit of a race here. Martin with the slight lead. Both have hearts. Stacy in the box dealing this final table. Craig on the action tracker. I'm Eddie, the Asian sensation, in the booth, flying solo tonight. Andrew getting the big double up, now up to 65K. Flopping or turning a 10. Thank you. Here are our chip counts. After that first hand, Sham, who was a final table player and Daniel's birthday bash, ended up finishing 5th in that tournament. Martin in seat 1 making a return to the final table after finishing 2nd last week against Mr. Scott Friedman. Some newcomers to this final table. Luigi in the 9th seat, one of the dealers here at Poker House. Poker Ski in seat 2. Jay Gravitt in seat 3. D opting the fold, 8-9 suited, under the gun +1. Martin for the rest of the stack, shoving 45K, 4.5 big blinds. Let's see if Andrew is going to get all his chips in here. King Queen suited. It's a really good hand to call off your chips with, especially to a late position open. Opts to fold. It's a hand I definitely would like to see call, especially with 6 big blinds. Now he is going to be coming around, going to get a free orbit, going to be the button the next hand. Martin taking that hand down. Here we are, level 13 with a small blind 5K, big blind 10K, big blind any 10K. Again, the chip counts here. About 4 players, about 20 big blinds. Luigi, Poker Ski, Jay, and Sham. And the remaining players with less than 20 big blinds. And our 3 bottom players, Martin, just under 10 big blinds. Again, Stacy in the box, starting off this final table. Craig, a running action tracker. Again, Eddie, the Asian sensation, here in the booth, flying solo. Got a little special someone in the booth sitting next to me. I'm not going to put on the headphones, but big tournament entry today.
7 races is 25,000.
86 players, one of our biggest turnouts.
9 folds.
Miss Ruth Hull in the Facebook chat, thank you for joining. Miss Ruth Hull, if I remember correctly, I didn't get a chance to meet you this summer in Vegas, but I believe you were the announcer for Shuffle Up and Deal for the women's event. Am I correct? D under the gun, gonna raise to 25K, 2.5X with King Jack suited. Mr. Jeremy Dietz in the chat cheering on his buddy Both of those players, Jeremy and Luigi, dealt WSOP this summer. Got a chance to hang out with Jeremy. It's the first time. Know him from Houston. Got a chance to spend some time with him a little bit this summer. Now he's a Dallas transplant from Houston. Good to see you in the chat, Jeremy. Sham defending his big blind with 9-3 offsuit. Definitely not a flop that favors his big blind defending range. He's going to have all the overs, going to have all the queens. Going to c-bet flop. Bets about half pot, gets Sham the full. Good c-bet here, knowing that's a board that doesn't favor Sham's big blind defending range. Those of you viewers in the chat, let me know how the audio is. Again, flying solo, Mr. GTO Eric, the almighty Chop Block Anderson in Minnesota, spending time with family for the holidays, letting us take over here at Poker House, running the booth, running the stream on our own, letting us fly on our own. So we're going to see how we do. Yeah, Ruth, I remember hearing that you caught COVID, so I'm glad, obviously, you're doing well now. So how are things in Austin? Thank you, Luis, saying audio is good. I'm going to turn up the table mics a little bit, especially on all-ins.
8 folds, 9 folds, 1 all in, 2 folds,
Martin,
3 folds,
middle position, going to jam the rest of his chip 7 big blinds with King 7 suited. It's going to fold all the way around to the button.
6 folds, 7 folds.
Gets everybody the fold, picks up about 25K in chips. Now puts him near the 10 by big blind mark. Nice job, Ruth. Chopped one last night for 3K. Thinking about coming down there. I know the lodge has some pretty good tournaments. I've been riding the tournament street for a little bit. Thinking about maybe continuing to go down. Thinking about maybe going down the San Antonio to Rounders to fire the $1,400 million guarantee. And then maybe going to consider, if things go well there and how cash goes, maybe going down to Florida over the next couple weeks after the holidays to fire the Hard Rock, either $1 million or $2 million guarantee. So just depends how things go. And again, thank you for joining us this late Wednesday evening. Tammy Vinny sharing the stream. Thank you very much, Miss Tammy. And I believe we're about hand 7 or 8 now at this final table. Now, probably for those of you in the chat, regulars here in the chat, excuse me, regulars here in the chat, maybe you're new watching somebody here at this final table. One of the neat things we do here at Poker House Dallas is, unlike a lot of rooms across the nations that generally
9 folds,
stream big cash games, the only final table. Oh, go back to that.
2 folds, 3 folds,
Martin in the 1 seat, going to jam ace 10 offsuit for 10 big blinds.
5 folds,
Sham on the button, probably going to call here. It's going to cost him about a quarter of his stack. Again, Martin showed previously, I think it was ace of hearts, 10 of diamonds.
7 folds,
Sham just flattening on the button. Going to probably disincentivize any of these other players behind a call. I don't know. Jose's got 4 big blinds. Considering getting it in here with an ace. Probably doesn't like the shove and the call from early position. And Sham with the big stack has a potential ladder up opportunity. And again, the payouts for first, $2,095. You see me hearing out there saying that Martin's card's not reading. Going to be switching out the deck after this hand. Good fold by Jose.
2 players, 1
Going to be heads up now between Sham and Martin. Here's the flop. Low board. Sham still ahead Also has backdoor spades. Oh, have chop outs. Oh, and Sham gets there on the rear. Anyway, was ahead anyway. Eliminates Martin. Martin, good job. Back-to-back final tables last week, finishing second in this tournament. Finishing 9th for 230. So, again, with a total of 86 players, paid out 12. Now, a total of 8 players remaining. Total prize pool of nearly $7,000. Total prize pool $6,880. Very, very good value tournament, especially for a Wednesday for a $100 buy-in, where $100, $80 goes to the prize pool, $20 to admin fees here at Poker House and pay staff. So thank you very much for again joining in. Now down to 8 players. And for the next few players that bust, not too much in ICM implications. Again, with us paying 15%, the play jumps in the earlier bust outs, relative probably from 6th through 10th or 6th through 12th, we did play out 12 players. Relatively flat, so no ICM or no significant ICM jumps. But once you get to 5th place and above, the ICM implications factor into some decision making. Good luck. Yeah, we're going to play the WPT Ladies Vegas event. That's at the Win, correct? And I think it's a $1,500 buy-in. And I know there's some really, really, really good tournaments around the WPT Ladies event this December. So I'm kind of Vegased out a little bit from being there for 2 months this summer. But, if I have a pretty decent score, maybe I'll go up there. We'll see. Again, level 13. We're on 10-minute levels. I'm sorry, 20-minute levels, 10-minute delay here in the booth. Just started level 14. Small blind 10K, big blind 15K, big blind 15K. Andrew shoving the rest of his chips, King 7 suit in the middle position. Sham in the cutoff, gonna probably call or maybe re-raise to isolate. Min raises, correct. GTO move here to disincentivize players from behind from calling. Luigi in the big blind. Gonna cost him about a third of his stack here. Doesn't like the shove from Andrew, and then the re-raise. Based off this action, this is generally a fold from the big blind defending. Correct. Good fold by Luigi there. Gonna be heads up again, Sham. Andrew drawing thin arrow, turns diamonds. Misses here on the river on this run out. Sham taking down another player, now going to be 8-handed. Need to update the blinds for the new levels. Now 7 players remaining. Jay under the gun with ace-5 offsuit. Has about 33 big blinds. Sham in the hijack. Going to use his chip stack in the open. Going to make it 3.5x.
7 fold.
Gonna get the same hand to fold from Jose in the 8 seat. Tracy in the chat saying, go poker ski. Thank you for joining in the chat. Let's see what poker, if he's just going to defend or if he's going to re-raise here. Now, Poker Ski has one of the bigger chip stacks. Gonna re-raise, the correct raise, knowing that Shem could be opening from late position with any 2 cards. Gonna get Shem to fold. Very standard line by both players based off this action and chip stack sizes. Again, with Shem having such a commanding chip lead over this table, gonna be opening, and especially in later position, any 2 cards. Three players above 30 big blinds: Sham, Pokerski, and Jay. Luigi and D having about 15 to 17 big blinds respectively. And then Christopher with 11 big blinds and Jose in the 8 seat with just 3 big blinds. Definitely going to see him getting his chips all in here pretty quickly soon. Going to need to have a big double up in order to make a pay jump. And I've just been informed that some of the comments in YouTube are not showing up.
30,000. 6 folds. 7 folds. 8 folds. 9 folds.
Christopher with the mystery hand under the gun, going to open 3x or 30K. Pokerski going to call out of the small blind. Probably going to disincentivize Jay to fold here after an under the gun open. Oh, looks like he's getting feels like he's getting a good price to call.
3 players.
Again, Christopher in the 5 seat under the gun with mystery cards on a 2 heart queen high board. Both blinds, or Pokerski checking, Jay checking behind. Christopher shoving the rest of his chips in there, all in 85K and about 100K, making about an 80% pot size, 80% bet. Pokerski and Jay not having much on this board now. Jay does have middle pair. Either Christopher has a queen or he doesn't. Probably is going to have to call here. Could be shoving a hand like ace king, ace jack suited. Has some backdoor straight draws there. He does make the call. Christopher going to turn over something. Oh, king queen. Flopping top pair with a very good kicker. Jay turning 2 pair. Oh, and rivering a boat, eliminating Christopher from the tournament. Now Jay up to nearly 50 big blinds. Again, blinds in level 14, small blind 10K, big blind 15K, big blind 15K, big blind ante 15K. Next level is going to be 10K for the small blind, 20K for the big blind, and 20K for the big blind ante. Down to 6 players. Jose hanging on with 3 big blinds and laddering up a little bit, making a few dollars here. Again, Stacy in the box. Craig running action tracker. About 10 minutes left in this level. 6 players remaining. Jose with ace queen gonna definitely be getting it all in with for the rest of his chips for 3 big blinds. Luigi could be calling here. Prefer to have a hand like king 10 suited, king jack. Yeah, gonna fold here. Knows he can ladder up. Poker ski with an ace. Doesn't know how far behind he is here in this hand. Not gonna cost him much in terms. Gonna make the call. Hopefully trying to eliminate. Jay gonna fold from the small blind. Sham with the Robbie in the big blind gonna elect to fold his hand probably. May call here.
6 calls.
Felt like he was getting a good price to play. Only already had 20K invested. Only another 20K. Probably both players are gonna check down to see if he gets eliminated. Jose in the 8 seat. Perfect triple up opportunity for Jose. Still in good shape so far. And Jose with the triple up.
Good. I only saw one. I only saw the queen in. I didn't even go after the ace queen. I just saw the queen. I'm like, good enough. Yeah.
Okay, with 6 players remaining left in this tournament on our Wednesday weekly tournament, $100 buy in Katie's game, 3K guarantee, smashing the prize pool, nearly 7K in this prize pool. Jose under the gun with ace-6 offsuit. Let's see what he does here. Gonna shove his ace high for 10 big blinds.
9 folds.
Gonna get Luigi to fold. Poker ski to fold. Jay to fold as well. Ooh, Sham in the small blind. Probably gonna re-jam to isolate. Again, Sham finishing 5th place in Danielle's birthday bash. I think it was about nearly 9K, 10K. It's pretty close to a double digit, just under 10K. Gonna get D to fold, gonna go heads up.
Two players, 1 olive.
Sham still ahead here with ace jack. Oh, no, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize Jose flopped a... Oh, and Sham rivering him on the river. Jose behind pre-flop, flops a 6. And with that run out, Sham rivering a jack to eliminate. Again, Sham eliminating another player. Down to 6 players. Next player makes $523. Now this is where ICM takes into effect 5 players remaining. Luigi and D with less than 20 big blinds. Again, when it gets to about 4 players, that's when players are going to start really factoring ICM. And even though this is a small tournament, you have to think first place about nearly $2,100 on a $100 buy-in. That's 20 extra buy-in. Really good value for this tournament. One of the best value tournaments here in the DFW area, especially during the week.
Raise to 30, C2. 3 folds. 4
Five-handed.
folds. Or, I'm sorry.
Poker ski under the gun, gonna min click it to 30K. Getting Jay and Sham to fold. Also gonna get the small blind D to fold and Luigi to fold as well. Again, for those of you in the chat, especially in YouTube, for some reason I am not getting those here on my screen, so I'm getting live updates. Got Brandy saying go poker ski, Poker Monkey in the chat as well saying go poker ski. Ricky Trevino saying Jose with the pay jump.
3 folds.
Got that pay jump earlier. Tripling up with ace queen offsuit against Sham. And another player.
Raise to 30,000, C6. 7 folds.
Sham opening 8-9 offsuit from the cutoff.
All in, C5.
Luigi jamming with ace jack standard jam with about 10-11 big blinds left. Gonna get Sham to fold the open. Gonna pick up some chips. Now sitting nearly at 200K. 13 big blinds. Good spot to pick up not only the raise but the blinds as well from the button. Nearly 30 viewers here at 11:30 p.m. here on a Wednesday evening. Thank you again for all of those joining in. Those are our 5 remaining players and their chip stack and their big blinds respectively. A lot of these players no stranger to DFW tournament poker. See Jay quite often, Sham in poker ski on a regular basis at the various rooms here in Dallas area.
6 folds.
No, Jay coming off an injury where he had some surgery. Unfortunately, did not get the opportunity to play any of the Choctaw events, so making up for it here, making this final table, hoping to make a deep run and maybe
2 raises to 30,000.
win $2,100 for first place.
3 calls.
Going to be a blind versus blind scenario. Going to c-bet here his entire range on a blind versus blind scenario on a 5 deuce queen Badugi board. Jay not connecting at all, going to have to fold his hand more than likely unless he wants to make a move. Poker ski and Jay trading chips there in that hand. Thank you again, viewers, for joining in, picking up some viewers here late into the evening. Level 14 with just a few seconds. The last hand of level 14 will be going to level 15 where those blinds will be 10K, 20K with a 20K big blind ante. D under the gun with ace jack offsuit. Gonna get his chips in more than likely. Ooh, just gonna mid-raise here. It's a really strong move. You know, with someone that less than big blinds, typically a hand ace jack offsuit 5-handed that you're definitely going to want to jam.
9 folds.
Luigi picking up on it, electing to fold ace 6 offsuit. Poker Ski here on the button. Gonna defend. Jay folding 7-6 offsuit. Folding back to Sham in the big blind. Probably gonna call as well.
Call.
Again, D in a good spot to pick up some additional chips.
3 players.
On an ace 10-8 board, 2 diamonds.
6 check.
Poker Ski open-ended. JD with top pairs, Sham with middle pair.
30,000 for 6-7. C2 raise.
Gonna raise here, open-ended with no diamond. Gonna try to get JD to commit the rest of this chips. Gonna definitely call here.
All in.
Gonna be heads up with Poker Ski needing a 7 or a queen to eliminate D. D ahead 70%, 30%. Poker Ski gonna need some help here. Gets there on the turn with a queen to hit his straight. JD gonna need a king to chop. Does not get there. Poker Ski hits his 8-outer on the turn to eliminate D. Now 4 players left in this tournament.
Have a good night, D.
Again, pay jumps factoring in to decision making. Luigi with the small stack with 13 big blinds. Just made a $70 jump. Now again, ICM going to be coming into play with the top 4 players left. Luigi knowing that he's going to have to make a move in order to chip back up and get even with these remaining players in Sham, Jay, and Poker Ski. Miss Juliet in YouTube saying woohoo. Poker Ski, thank you for joining in the chat. And again, for those of you that are relatively new to Poker House Live here in Dallas, Texas, like and subscribe all our social media platforms. It's Twitter, Instagram,
2 codes.
Facebook, YouTube. I don't even know all the social media platforms. There's just a bunch of them. So
40,000.
Jay gonna open it up with ace-7 offsuit on the button. Sham in the small blind. Grabbing some calling chips, looks like. Gonna call.
6 call.
Luigi getting a good price to play. Again, already having 40K in. Gonna call another 20K. Gonna go 3 ways to the flop. On a 7 queen king board, Jay, the only person connecting with this board, probably gonna c-bet his entire range here, trying to represent a king or a queen. Electing to just check back here. Definitely in the lead with his hand. Generally would like to see him c-bet his entire range there. Definitely has all the kings and queens.
9 check.
On a king, another king on the turn, reducing the likelihood that one of these other players has a king in their hand. Gonna delay c-bet on the turn. See what sizing he chooses here into a pot of 140K. Looks to be about half pot.
That's 65,000.
Just under half pot, about 45% pot. Gonna get Sham the fold and Luigi the fold as well. Jay picking up some chips, now putting him over 500K. 26 big blinds. Tammy joining the chat saying Poker Ski super popular, very popular player here in the Dallas. So had the opportunity and honor to play with him a few times here at Poker House and at TCH just down the road. Very good poker player.
Or, I'm sorry, 20.
I don't know if he strictly plays poker tournaments or if I've never seen him in any cash games. Doesn't mean he doesn't play cash. I just never actually seen him play cash. in all these scenarios where I've seen him playing, all been tournaments. Here we are on hand 16 of the final table. Ooh, on the button, Sham with 8-6 gonna fold. Luigi with ace queen suited, probably gonna get his chips in here.
Nine raises.
Gonna just min raise here. Very unorthodox move from Luigi in the small blind. Again, with a hand as strong as that. I think it's actually more strong when you make a move like that, especially having less than 10 big blinds. With any move that Luigi made there from the small blind, poker skill was going to fold. But if I'm in the big blind and I see a player with less than 10 big blinds raising half his stack here, that's a pretty red flag for me. And that he's pretty strong. Oh, Brandy's saying he plays cash games for sure. Hey, fair enough. I've never seen him play cash specifically. I don't know if I've never seen him play cash here. Okay, Lego's in the chat saying he's definitely seen Poker Scene playing cash, so must be more at TCH or other maybe Peaks or Shuffle. Every time I've seen him play, it's always been in tournaments, so I can't recall seeing him play cash here at Poker House. About 7 minutes into level 15. A blind versus blind scenario where both players have aces. Poker Ski with the pretty much mandatory open with a suited ace. Suited wheel ace with ace deuce of clubs. Gonna make it 60K. 3x. Jay also with an ace. Gonna defend the big blind. Heads up to the flop in a blind versus blind scenario. 3-8 Jack Badoogie board. With a club in his hand and an overcard. Should be seeing Poker Ski c-bet his entire range. It's one big blind. Gonna get Jay to call as well with a small bet. 8 here on the turn. 8 of diamonds. Completing the Badoogie board and the paired board. Now with deuces with a board pairing 8 reduces the likelihood of Jay or Poker Ski having a 8 in their hand. Now Jay in this scenario does have more of the 8s in his range and the big blind defending range. Poker Ski gonna bet 50K on the turn. Gonna be a chop pot with a queen on the river. Poker Ski triple barreling here, betting 100K. And what a move by Jay here. After Poker Ski triple barrels with ace high, trying to get him off a chop and reshoves his entire stack, now decimating Poker Ski's stack to just 12 big blinds. And here are the payouts. Poker Ski with 7 deuce offsuit on the button, gonna fold. Gonna be a blind versus blind scenario. Jay going to defend or complete the small blind with 10 deuce offsuit.
6 check.
Jam gonna check his option. 60K going into the pot.
Heads up.
on a King 7 board.
C2 check. 6 bets, 20,000.
Jay checking on this King 7 board. Shem gonna bet 20K into 60K, betting 1/3 pot. Gonna fold. Here we are with about 10 minutes left in this level. Pokerski and Luigi now, similar chip stacks. Again, Jay now with the chip lead with 36 big blind, 730K. Sham with 570K. Pokerski under the gun with Jack Deuce suited.
3 folds. All in. 6 is all in.
6 all in.
9 folds.
Gonna put Luigi to the test with Queen 8 offsuit. Luigi folding Queen 4 offsuit. Jay with an ace under the gun, four-handed. Gonna probably look to open. Four-handed, definitely want to open up a lot of your aces, whether they're weak aces or not.
Raise to 45,000.
Gonna just make it a little over 2x to 45K. Now using the chip stack, his chip stack.
6 folds. 9 folds.
Gonna get Sham to fold a suited queen on the button. Folds all the way to Pokerski in the big line with 7-6 offsuit. Gonna fold. Jay picking up some chips again, using his chip stack to put players in an uncomfortable position here. Especially knowing that Luigi has less than 10 big blinds with a pay jump coming up. Pretty decent sized pay jump. Luigi could jam this hand, 9-7 suited. Get players to call off pretty light. Suited one gapper. Elects to fold. Gonna give Jay a walk in the big blind with 10. Ooh, if Luigi shoves that hand, definitely gets both players to fold and picks up some blinds there.
They did for a brief little period there. And they're like, oh, wait. Wrong guy, sorry.
Again, for those of you in the YouTube chat, sorry for the spam.
Like a 6 or 8 hour session or a 1 day thing. Again,
Gonna take care of that right now.
I've not seen anything better than like a couple of those connections over what I have more time like graphic artists.
9 folds.
Pokerski with a king on the button, less than 10 big blinds.
C2
Lego saying hi to you, Tammy. She's saying hi. Ooh, Sham in the big blind with pocket fives. Probably going to reshove.
3 folds.
Pretty standard rejam here.
6 all in.
Correct jam. Somebody liked the stream, and I don't know who it is. Tom Harrison, thanks for joining in the chat. G Con saying he plays cash. My bad, y'all. Sorry about that. 40 viewers in the chat. Nearly midnight. On an all-club board. Sham still with the best hand. Also with a club in his hand. Oh, gets there. Now Pokerski turning two pair. Has some pretty decent outs. Got some chop outs as well. Pokerski eliminated in 4th place. Sham picking up $200K in the process. Now 3-handed.
Have a good night.
Luigi making the pay jump to about $700. Just hanging on with a 6 big blind chip stack. Gonna be a tournament where it's gonna be between Sham and Jay. Unless Luigi gets pretty lucky. Brian in the box now pushing Stacy. Gonna hopefully finish out this final table here this evening. Yeah, sorry, Brandy. Tough bust out there. Flopped the pair, turned 2 pair, but unfortunately the club draw gets there for Sham. Chris, a.k.a. Dude Maestro, saying good game, Pokerski. Is this Chris Larkin? I think that's Chris Larkin. Can you check the face? Oh.
3 raises, 45,000. 6 calls.
Raise from Jay on the button with King 9 offsuit. Standard 3-handed.
3 players.
Gonna go 3 ways here to the flop. On a King 3-6 board, Jay flopping top pair. Luigi not connecting with anything.
9 check.
Sham with pocket 8s. Let's see if Jay's going to c-bet his entire range here. Does have the King of Hearts blocking the back. Going to bet about 40% pot. Let's see if Sham's going to just call here with pocket 8s with only 1 overcard to the board. Luigi asking for a chop. Jay gonna fold his pocket 8s. Good fold there. Definitely knows that Jay has some kings in his arm. I think that was more of a function of Luigi behind him, left to act with 3 big blinds, hoping that he maybe calls off there and gets eliminated. Doesn't want to lose any additional chips to Jay there after opening on the button and then c-betting king high board with a king in his hand.
Actions on 6. Six raises to 50,000. 9 fold.
Sham gonna raise it to 50K on the button with an ace. Yeah, Chris, I know it's over. I know it's overlaying. I'm in the booth alone tonight, so I'm having to make sure the chip stacks are correct, making sure the blinds are correct, making sure the cameras, and also making sure the audio while actually also commentating as well. So
I just woke up from my dream.
Sham, big blind. This will be the last hand of this.
Yeah, camera's stuck. I know, guys. It's going to be about 10 minutes on your end before you see it rotating around. My apologies. Luigi on the button with 7's going to be getting it all in with a pocket pair. Is this it? Is this a good hand to get all in? He's all in for 2 big blinds. Has some players cheering him in the background. He's actually has. I mean, Jay's gonna call, and Sham gonna call as well. Look for them to both check it down, irrespective of how this board runs out. Oh, and Jay hitting top pair. It's gonna go check all the way down. Needs an 8 to get to straight. Oh, it gets there on the river for the straight. Gets there with the triple up. Luigi now up to less than 10 big blinds, 130K. Nice timely pocket 7's and a good run out for pocket 7's. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Weather changing here. It's in like the 30s or 40s. I don't know. It's cold for Texas. Wes Law liking the stream. Thank you, Wes, for joining in. And again, I can't see any. Every time I refresh the chat, sometimes the Facebook chat shows up. Sometimes the YouTube chat. Need to figure out what's going on with that. Jay gonna raise this King 7 on the King 7 offsuit. Sham only electing just to call out of the small blind. Adam Saldana liking the stream. Thank you very much.
Check.
Interesting check back here by Jay, connecting with this board with a 7. Again, now this is a calling out of the small blind. You really don't want to be calling without, you know, flush draws, some suited connectors. Gonna bet 100K. Then Sham betting 100K. Jay snap calling with a 7 here. Another 8 on the river. Let's see what Sham does here. Gonna check.
Checks.
Jay also checking. Jay picking up a 220K pot, pushing him to nearly 33 big blinds. Sham down to 19 big blinds.
Jay, we got that hand, please. I really should have stacked up for you.
Last week's Wednesday game going really late. Gonna get out early tonight relative to last week. Final table last week starting about 11:15, 11:30. Going to about 1:15. That next morning I actually had to get up 4:15 to take some friends to the airport and then pick up a nice lovely lady from the airport a few hours after that. Didn't get any sleep and then went straight to Choctaw to fire the main event there.
80,000.
Luigi shoving from the small line of blind versus blind scenario with a king high. Shoving about 4 big blinds. Oh, Jay with waking up with pocket queens in the big blind. Good shove with a small stack there. Just waking up with queen. Jay unfortunately waking up with queens. Looking to spike a king on this board. Needs a king and a king only on the river. doesn't get there. Luigi eliminated in third place. Making some ICM jumps due to other players eliminating, finishing with about $730 for his third place finish. Now going to be heads up between Jay and Sham. Jay with a 2-1 chip lead. Going in the heads up. And last week, in just a week's time, this tournament picked up an additional 14 entries. Last week had 72 entries. This week, 86. Just this tournament, just for the value that it has, just picking up in popularity every week. It's not many tournaments where you can buy in for $100 and win nearly $2,100 for first place. Chase the limit in the chat saying Luigi Noise Bink. How you like that, Chase? I even said Noise. Chris saying congratulations to Luigi. Rick Cacho liking the stream. Thank you for joining in. And I know y'all are going to say, hey, there's an overlay. I fixed that. Going to be 10 minutes on your end before it gets updated. So sorry about that. Again, in the booth alone, making sure the blinds are correct, chip counts are correct, monitoring the chat, commentating, trying to be the jack of all trades here at Poker House here in the live stream. Again, it's me, Eddie the Asian Sensation in the booth, flying solo. Oh, my bad, Chase. Okay. Rice. First is $2,100. Well, $2,095 if I'm being like accurate, but $2,100. And second place, about $1,200. Again, for those of you not familiar with heads-up tournament poker, the button is the small blind, and the other player is the big blind. Pretty standard pre-flop action here with Sham raising from the small blind and Jay defending a suited 10. Let's see if Sham's going to slow play two pair here, even though there's two spades on the board. If he bets here, we'll look for a small bet. 50K, 30K. It's got to be 30K.
30,000.
Bets one big blind. Jay with nothing on this board, probably gonna have to fold. No backdoor equity, no straight draw no backdoor straight draws, no backdoor club draws. Oh, I didn't realize Jay binked the TCH tournament this Saturday. Thanks for letting me know, Chris. And then Rice. There's your payouts there for first and second. $2,100 for first, about $1,200 for second. Jay with 34 big blinds, $1 million in chips. Sham with 23 big blinds, $700K. Just about halfway through level 16 where the blinds are 15K, 30K, 30K. Next blind level is going to be 20K for the small blind, 40K for the big blind, and 40K for the big blind, Annie. Blind's going to be shooting up there pretty quick. Going to be reducing the stack depth sizes for both these players in their respective chip stack sizes. Sham running hot here on this final table. Eliminated about 3 or 4 players early on. Flopping top pair with a weak kicker. Going to get sneaky and check his top pair. Inducing Jay to bet with queen high. Sham with a snap call. Turn brings a king of diamonds, bringing in backdoor straight draw potential. Backdoor diamond draws.
100.
Now Sham going to bet 100 in the 170K. About 60% pot. Gonna get Jay to fold. Here we are, heads up. Level 16, again, 10 minutes left in this level. 20-minute levels. Sham on the button in the small blind. Gonna just take a limping strategy with a suited king here versus queen 3 offsuit. Jay in the big blind. Ace, ace, jack board.
30 and a fold.
Sham gonna bet 2 overcards, thinking his king's good there. Gonna get Jay to fold. Now pretty even in chips. 29, 27 big blinds respectively for Jay and Sham. 890K in chips for Jay. 830, I believe that's what I saw. Jay looking to go 2 wins in a row this week after beating TCH's tournament, Saturday tournament. Again, nearly 40 viewers at midnight to watch this heads-up action between Jay and Sham. From the small blind, Jay gonna raise a suited king. Oops.
Fold.
And it's going to be about 75K per orbit heads up. It's a lot of chips. It's going to be slinging back and forth between these 2 remaining players heads up. Jay with an ace in the big blind. Sham with 6-5 offsuit. Gonna limp with 6-5 offsuit.
Raise to 75,000.
Gonna go 2.5x with an ace. Definitely a hand you can defend with. Again, with over 10, I'm gonna just elect to fold there. If he was suited, definitely can call there. Or if he had a hand like 9-10 offsuit, Jack 10 offsuit, definitely could. Lego saying TCH this past weekend was crappy to me. Sad face. Want me to play my violin for you, Lego? That's me playing the violin. I didn't really sound like a violin, but Jay limping with a king from the small blind.
Check.
Sham checking his option, going to a flop. 90K going in the middle. Jay flopping a king. Let's see if he's going to bet here, if he's going to maybe delay C-bet. No C-bet, I'm sorry. Delay betting. Going to bet 1/3 pot. Getting Sham the snap fold. Again, chips kind of seesawing back and forth. 5 minutes left remaining in level 16. Small blind 15K. Big blind 30K. Big blind ante 30K. Next level, level 17. Small blind will be 20K. Big blind 40K. Big blind ante 40K. Again, could be getting out earlier this evening relative to last week. Again, last week's final table started about 11:15, 11:30. Ended about 1:15 a.m. Oh, it's about 12. No, about 1:15 a.m. About 1 a.m. last week. Oh, and Sham in the small blind waking up with aces. Just gonna limp. Gonna play this hand sneaky heads up. Jay with a suited 4-5 diamonds. Going to the flop. Ooh, I see a 4 on the board. Ooh. Jay with a gutter to a straight. And Sham with an overpair deceptively with aces. Jay's going to lead out here. Connecting with this board. And Sham just slow playing. Sham turning 2 pair with aces.
75,000.
Sham double bear, or Jay double barreling bets half pot 75K into 150. Look for Sham to come over the top. Oh, just gonna call. Again, this is a board that favors Jay's check back option range. Let's see what the river brings. Could be firework card. And both players have full houses. $300K in the pot. Let's see what size Jay's going to use here. Definitely not putting Sham on an overpair. Less likely that he has a 7 with 3 sevens. Bets 130,000 into 300K. About 45% pot. Good value bet size there. On the river. Now with that kind of board, Sham only has to really worry about a 7. Probably not putting him on a 7.
All in.
Gonna ship his whole stack. Gonna be tough for Jay to fold his full house here. What is he putting Sham on here? And heads up a full house. Again, the way Sham played his hand pocket aces, played it very deceptively. Gonna make the call. Jay gonna see the bad news. Don't blame Jay for the call here. There's not too many hands that beat him there. Especially with 3 sevens on the board, even though he had a low full house. Now Jay with 11 big blinds. Still has some chips to work with here. With 1 minute left remaining in this level. Look for Jay to probably make a move at some point. Relatively soon with less than 15 big blinds. I like the bag that Jamari has on. Chat, do you think I will look good with a bag like that? The Merce, the man purse? Sham's outfit's on point though, man. I like that. Now at the beginning of last hand, Jay had a pretty substantial chip lead over Sham. Now with Sham slow playing his aces on that run out for full house versus full house, now has a commanding chip lead, 46 big blinds over 11 big blinds of Jay. Now Craig announcing the blind increase. 6-4 suited. Jay gonna call from the small blind. Sham's gonna jam a suited ace. And he's gonna call. This could be the final hand, ladies and gentlemen.
What do you got?
6-4 of clubs versus ace-5 of hearts. Sham still in the lead. 7 of clubs on the turn. 8 of diamonds. Sham completing the victory, turning the chip count around, eliminating Jay to win this tournament. Going away with $2,100. Jay finishing second place for about nearly $1,200. And again, this final table ending over an hour earlier than last week. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in this evening. Going into the midnight hour. Wednesday's 100 Katie's game, 3K guarantee. Total of 86 players. Out of those 86 players, Sham winning the first place prize of $2,100. Total prize pool of nearly $7,000. Probably one of the best value tournaments here during the week in the DFW area. So if you're interested in a good value tournament with a nice prize pool, come join us next week for this game. Tomorrow's game is Chris May's $200 buy-in. I believe that's let me double check the guarantee on that one. The guarantee on that one, checking right now. It's going to be a 3K guarantee. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Going to be a 3K guarantee. But anyway, with that being said, that is the end of it for us here at Poker House Dallas and our live stream, Final Table. Thank you for joining in. Be back in the booth, or either back in the booth or running Action Tracker for tomorrow's tournament or today's tournament after being midnight. So thank you for tuning in.